So originally, today's upload was supposed to be a completely different Clarissa Shields video. But things took a sharp left turn because Clarissa Shields apparently went on a full-blown rant over on the Snappity chat. And honestly, it felt very targeted. Like this wasn't just a general vent. This felt like a direct message to YouTubers specifically. A message aimed at content creators across every social media platform who have been talking about Clarissa Shields. The way the rant was structured, it was very deliberate, very pointed, and very intentional. And when you break it all the way down, the real issue here is Pop. That's the heart of it. The real problem is that she does not like anyone criticizing Pops or speaking negatively about Pops in any way. But when you strip everything down to the basics, the main takeaway is this. Clarissa Shields jumped on the Snappity chat and made it very clear that, according to her, nobody has the right to judge her or question her choices, especially when it comes to Papoose. She went on to say that people commenting on her situation are supposedly acting like the moral police. She also added that anyone speaking on her allegedly lives a miserable life, had sex before marriage, and has 5 kids out of wedlock. And because of that, in her mind, none of those people have any standing to judge Clarissa Shields at all. She then claimed that she has looked up people in the past and allegedly has no problem using whatever information she finds against them. According to her, she could expose people, release alleged information, and fully lean into being labeled a mean girl if necessary. The way it came across sounded very much like a warning, almost a threat toward different YouTubers and content creators, suggesting that she could put their personal lives on blast if she wanted to. She also said that if people continue, quote, lying on her, then there would be consequences. On top of that, she warned that if anyone screen records her content going forward, she will be paying close attention. She said she's keeping track of accounts that repost her clips, especially if they're using messy tags, messy thumbnails, or anything she doesn't like. According to her, she'll either block those accounts or take further action to essentially disrupt their lives. That was the energy. That's exactly how it was presented. She also addressed comparisons, which seems to be in reference to Remy Ma. Clarissa Shields made it clear that she believes there is absolutely no comparison. She emphasized that she's a boxing winner, accomplished in her own right, and doesn't see why anyone would even put her in the same conversation as anyone else. But at the same time, you are very clearly recreating or borrowing from looks we've already seen Remy Ma wear, and not just similar vibes, literally from head to toe. Head to toe, the same outfits, the same fits that Remy Ma has already worn in the past. So that part didn't really add up, and I'm not exactly sure what she meant there. She also claimed that people are spreading lies and misinformation about her. And that leads me to this question. If you truly have all this information, all these receipts, and access to all these platforms where you can set the record straight, why haven't you shown proof of the divorce decree between Remy Ma and Papoose? Why haven't you provided confirmation that Papoose is actually a single man? Because I think where Clarissa Shields may be misunderstanding the situation is this. It's not that people aren't rooting for her. A lot of people simply didn't know who she was before this entire Papoose situation came into the spotlight. And now that they do know her, this Papoose storyline feels like it's being pushed non-stop, and people are reacting to that. And if you came into this from the Love and Marriage Huntsville side of things, then you already know exactly what I'm talking about. This is starting to feel like yet another situation involving Martell's concubine all over again. Once again, this feels like another example of someone being more focused on branding themselves as the side chick, the entanglement, the mistress, instead of highlighting what they actually have going on in their own life. And that's the part I truly don't understand. Clarissa Shields is moving like she believes she needs this relationship with Papoose, like she can't stand on her own without him. And that's strange to me, because if the love is real, if y'all are so locked in, if this is really forever, then why not just wait until his divorce is officially finalized? Why rush it? She's also upset, saying that people can't troll her using her own videos, because that's content she willingly posts. That's content she chooses to put out into the world. And at the same time, she keeps repeating that social media is not real life. Okay, so if social media isn't real life, then does that mean the things you're posting aren't real either? Like, make it sense. But according to her, social media isn't real life, while in real life she's happy. In real life she's rich. In real life she signed an $8 million deal. In real life, her and Papoose are good. She explained that the reason Papoose isn't really on the internet, isn't on her lives, and isn't featured heavily in her content is because he comes from a time before social media. And yeah, we know, that part is obvious. But then here's where it stops adding up. If he doesn't like posting, if he's uncomfortable with social media, why are you still posting him constantly? Make it sense. You still put him out there all the time, even though he said he's not comfortable with all the social media rigmarole. He didn't come from that era. He didn't grow up in a time where people had to post non-stop on Facebook, the Snappity Chat, Twitter X, Instagram, Tickety Talk, and everything else. And guess what? He didn't need to. Celebrities before social media existed just fine without it. They didn't need it to promote themselves. But once again, it turns into Claressa Shields with the my man, my man, my man, my man energy, really trying to sell this idea that her and Papoose are inseparable, always together, constantly affirming it. She even starts narrating her own commentary, explaining that Papoose might be upstairs while she's live. She says she likes talking to her audience, likes eating on camera, but Papoose isn't comfortable doing that. He doesn't like being on camera. He doesn't like eating in front of people. According to her, Papoose could be upstairs making music, working on whatever he's working on, while she's downstairs creating content for the people. And she says she's going to post whatever she feels comfortable posting, and nobody has the right to troll her using her own content. She tells people to stop dissecting body language, stop analyzing how Pops laughs, how their hands are held, or any little detail.